Today's video is a sunrise shoot, but it almost didn't get made. And the reason for that was I kind of almost couldn't be bothered to go out. It was my first opportunity to go out for about 3 days, but I was feeling a bit tired and the weather forecast was for blue skies, which are never the most inspirational. And it would have been so easy to just stay in bed. But I reminded myself how lucky I am that we're not actually in lockdown here, which I know a lot of places are. I'm also lucky that there are places that I can go to that I can do without, putting myself or others at risk. And I also reminded myself that I can't take that for granted. That could change. By the time this video comes out, that may have changed. It may change in the next couple of days. I don't know. And I do know that if I don't take the opportunities to go out when I can, I'm probably going to regret it if it reaches the point that I can't go out. So I forced myself to go out. I forced myself to set an alarm, to get up, to get dressed, to get my gear together and to head out. And I've got to be honest, when I first went out, I was kind of feeling a bit uninspired, particularly when it came to shooting video. I struggled a little bit, but you know what? I'm really glad that I went out. It turned out to be a really nice morning for me. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. So I've come out onto the end of the shortest of the 3 breakwaters out on this beach. Crazy, after all these years I've never actually been out to the end of any of these breakwaters. I've been part way along but never out to the end. So the end is just over there. The tricky thing here is it's very uneven rocky surfaces. Some of them are a bit wet and slippery, so you've got to be really careful. And it can be quite tricky actually setting up the tripod as well. I've got a scene set up here which is using kind of a gap in the rocks at the end here, so there's water surrounded by rocks. I've gone for a fairly low position to bring the rocks at the end of the breakwater up nearly level with the horizon. We've got the rock pool down on the lower right, a little bit of sea, and then behind that we've got the land. And then we've got some orangey tones in the sky and then a blue sky. This is going to be cropped 16:9, maybe even 2:1 in post. But it's a good way to make use of the conditions, I think. So I've gone for, what have we got? Probably about 21mm. I've taken the ISO down to low 1 and the aperture to f16 to try and get a bit of a longer exposure. So I've got 20 seconds. That might look quite nice. So I've been looking at other potential compositions here and I'm struggling to find anything that's grabbing me. It's made more difficult by just how uneven these rocks are. Just trying to get a stable position to shoot from is proving really difficult. So what I may do is move back in towards the beach a little bit and see if there's an alternative from there. I don't know. I keep thinking there should be something from here, but I just can't see it. I've taken that one shot this morning, and you know what, I'm not even sure that's worked. And I think sometimes when you've got less than ideal conditions, the trick is to start thinking about details. And there's these patterns of where the waves have been washing up in the sand here. So I think what I'm going to do is try and get set up and get some detail shots of that. And they now appear to be washing away. Just done a quick shot on Infinity f22 to try and get a Sunstar, which I think might complement the scene. So what we've got, the sun has just come up over the horizon, and I've taken a couple of shots just as the sun was peeking across, and then the foreground is just these sort of streaky patterns leading out with a bit of sea beyond. We're now getting a bit of light on there, so I'll take a few shots just as that light is picking up. Really simple, streaky patterns, bit of sea, sun, a little bit of orange glow on the horizon, sky. Okay, so we're now well past sunrise. Sun's getting pretty high, light's getting pretty harsh, you can probably see on my face, because there's no cloud to diffuse it. The main thing is, I've been out, I've enjoyed a nice sunrise, and you know, I've had a go, and that's half the battle. Particularly at the moment when we're never sure, you know, when we're going to be able to go out or not. But now it's time for breakfast and coffee, so I'm going to pack up and head for home and wrap this video up. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like, share it on social media, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you're new here and you've enjoyed this, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.